Hi, I'm Rick Lambert and welcome to the Smarketing Show. Today we'll be talking about the top 10 videos we believe you should be considering for your business. Maybe not just your website, social media, etc. Now Cheryl's picked her 5. Naturally, she got to pick her 5 first, and I picked up my 5 from the remaining ones. But don't count me out here. So video we know is hot as a pistol right now. People are consuming it, demanding it. In fact, email open rates go way up when you have video in the subject line. So let's talk about your number 1 pick here, Cheryl.
And so I'll go through the top 5 in order of what I think are the most important ones that you need to consider. So the first and the most important video is the About Us story, or what's often called the company story video. So this is where you want to first of all have a story, so you need to figure that out. That's more important than anything. Then you want to figure out how you're going to tell your story, and then from there, who are the people that you need in the video to help you tell your story. And I definitely encourage that you use your employees or staff or even the founders or the CEOs as much as possible. Management is always important, but I think you want to get as many people in as many different levels within the organization as possible to help you tell your story. So that's the most important thing, and I think that should go on your homepage.
And keep it short, stupid. My experience
Under
is...
3 minutes.
Under 3 minutes? Okay. You've got more time than me. I've found that people sometimes, when you get to the story video, they think they have to tell the whole thing, and sometimes a third party can kind of help you net it down.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my first one, the FAQ video, frequently asked question video. If you've been through our LinkedIn bootcamp, you know this is a hallmark of what I'm suggesting for salespeople specifically. Look, you know your customers have questions. Get together as a sales team or you as an individual, write down the top 5 to 10 questions your customers are asking. Create a video that says, hi, my name's Rick Lambert. A lot of our clients have been asking this question, and the way we respond to that or handle that is this here. And by positioning the answer that way, you'll have an educational format of the video versus just telling them what you can do. The FAQ video, much better than Cheryl's first one that she said.
I like it. That's a good one, though. Okay, my second most important video, I'm going to call the client testimonial or customer testimonial video. And I'm going to say that this is, I'm using the word authentic proof of capability, because what you want to do is, yes, you want to have your customers and your clients tell everybody about their wonderful experience that they had working with you and your staff. But I use the word authentic because I do notice that sometimes people might, be asking friends or, people that maybe don't necessarily have that actual experience to share. So make sure that it's real, make sure that it's genuine. And the easiest way to do this is to follow up with somebody that's given you feedback, either to one of your reps or to somebody that's dealing with customer service, and just ask them, hey, would you be willing to explain this, or would you be willing to go on video? Or another option too, if they don't want to go on video, you can always record them through an audio conversation, like on the phone, and then just add some images to it. And we've done that for clients too, and it's fantastic. So that's my second most important one.
Okay, so just a thought on a testimonial. I find a lot of customers, because we teach in our negotiating class, hey, if I'm going to do that for you, would you give me a testimonial?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Could you say that again?
That's a good point.
Thank you. Anyway, the testimonial video, sometimes customers don't know what to say. And so my suggestion just in that video is maybe you want to tell them what to say. Make sure you say this, this, and this. Anyway, I thought, okay, my number 2 would be the office tour, the virtual tour. Look, when we work with millennials, Gen Zs at the local colleges, universities, they tell us when they're considering a place to work, now this is in the recruiting framework here, they say they'd like to see inside the office. So with your smartphone, literally all you need to do is start from outside your building, walk through as if you were walking through. Now look, you can narrate this or just put it to a bed of music. Very easy to create. But what it does is allows external people to have a virtual tour of inside your business. And if you're recruiting these millennials and Gen Zs, it's very, very popular on your recruiting page, never mind social media, the recruiting video.
Another good video. So I'm going to talk about the recruiting video because that's my number 3 most important videos that I think your organization needs, every organization needs. So the recruiting video, yes, can be a little bit about a tour of the organization, but you're only as good as the people that surround you. And why not help the people that surround you, have them help you bring in more talent. So the recruiting video would talk about things like what they do, what does a typical day look like, why do they love their job, what brought them into the organization, why do they enjoy working there, what are some of the perks. You want to talk about things like flexibility. This is especially important if you're recruiting between the age group of about 25 to 34, because that's the age of the individuals that are watching the most videos online, and you want to definitely have that recruiting video either on your YouTube page, your website, use it in social media. maybe even distribute it to your staff to send out to others as well.
And you know, it's great you mentioned that because we've built these for large companies, and what they'll do is they'll take different profiles of people. So I may be a mature business person that's starting, and they want to know, hey, why did that older dude start with our company versus a young millennial, we'll call it. Okay, so my next one, the bio video. Okay, here's how this one works. This thing called the pandemic hit, and people are now communicating virtually. And if you think about it, the first time you meet with somebody, before you do a screen sharing exercise, wouldn't it be nice if they had a chance to meet you? So the bio video is very simple. It basically allows you to state, you know, hi, I'm Rick Lambert. This is my role within the company. These are the responsibilities that I have, and these are the business outcomes I look to help our clients achieve. Simple structure, but if you had one of those for each of your key customer-facing people, think of how that would provide a virtual introduction that helps build trust, especially, which is important today, in a virtual world. The bio video, you could shoot it for each of your people very quickly and get them done. And you can include these bio videos, by the way, in a link in the signature of your email, so someone that's, before they meet you, can look and meet you virtually before you actually go online. Separate yourself big time from competition.
And you can use it on LinkedIn.
You can use it on LinkedIn.
Thought you'd like that.
It's rubbing off.
Okay, number four. Number four is the product service video, and this kind of goes in line a little bit with the structure of the bio video that you just mentioned. So this is the opportunity for you to tell everybody what you do, how you help people, the problems you solve, talk about your products if that's what you sell, talk about your services. And this is where you want to structure it in the same way that you discussed with the bio video. So you want to talk about the problems that people typically come to you with. So I need this, or I don't have this, or these are my challenges. Then you want to identify the solutions that your business or organization offers. And then from there, you want to take it that next step further and talk about, as a result of implementing this solution to the problem, this was the business outcome. So you taught me that structure actually, and we use that for a lot of videos. And it's very effective because yes, you want to find out, hey, yeah, I relate to that problem. I probably need this service or product that the company has, but then even after that, you want to find out and make sure that it worked.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a mini case study, right?
Yep.
Problem, solution provided, business outcome achieved. So in that vein, if you think about it, if someone's watching a video on, you know, a product or service, what do you think the next thing they're wondering is? How much does it cost? Okay, so that's my next video, the cost video. You see how I set you up there, Cheryl? Now, if you're like me, you might be on a web page or a website and wonder, look, that looks great, but I'd like to know before I engage, how much does it cost? So why not create a cost video? Now look, you may be wincing right now and saying, Rick, I don't want to divulge my cost, but what I would suggest you do is talk in terms of ranges, okay? Or maybe what makes up the cost. So in other words, you know, to buy this type of product or service, you're looking at these types of variables which can change the cost. In other words, you're educating the customer that there may not be a silver bullet in terms of the cost. And when I mention a cost range, maybe you start with an entry price. In other words, in many cases, we can start at this range right here. Now, you may say, Rick, I don't want to divulge my prices, but think about it. Is it quantity of leads you want or quality? And if someone understands a little bit of the framework of the cost before they engage with you, I think you'll have a better prospect.
My last one is a little bit different in the sense that these videos are for social media and for email marketing. So my suggestion is that I think companies need to embrace and start following suit with the fact that people want to see videos on social media and in their email. And as Rick mentioned off the top, if you use the word video in your subject line, your click-through rates go through the roof. In fact, we just did that last month with a client. We went from about a 6% click-through to a 33% click-through rate just by incorporating a video. So a couple things that are different about the social media and the email campaign videos, obviously the length. So you want to keep them anywhere between 15 and 30 seconds. And you have about 3 to 5 seconds to grab the attention of the viewer or the audience. So things that you might want to do is include imagery, text, brand it with your logo. Make sure that within that first 3 seconds, you say something really important and really relevant so that they're going to watch the whole 15 or 30. I know it seems crazy. The attention span is 15, 30 seconds, but it really is, because think about the volume of videos in your feeds.
Well, there's an analogy I've used many times with groups, and you know, they say the attention span of a millennial. And by the way, I'm big on millennials. I think they're a critical part of our business. They say that, yeah, the attention span of a millennial is 9 seconds. I think a goldfish is 8 or something like that. Anyway, it's close. All right, my last video would be a landing page conversion video. So with our clients now, obviously your website is very, very important. And when you get someone there that you think might be the right person, that you've done all these activities to get them there, and you want them to what we call convert on a form, meaning they download an ebook, checklist, maybe watch a video, whatever. Maybe just before they fill out that form, do you think they might be thinking, okay, what's going to happen or what am I going to get from this? And sure, you can put it in text, but I find people aren't reading right now, Cheryl, they're skimming. And so it could be a short video on a landing page, if you follow me here, that's for lead generation. A short video that just explains, okay, when you enter your contact information, this is what you're going to get. You will receive, if this is your protocol, a follow-up from our sales rep, or you'll be allowed to engage with us if you want, and you'll be entered into our email campaigns moving forward. In other words, it's just a soft way to introduce the conversion, and we find that it elevates the level of trust, and it actually increases the level of conversion, because people sometimes wonder what's going to happen when I give you my email, phone, etc.
That's a good point. It's called implied permission, I suppose, so that everyone knows that by filling this out that you're going to be communicated with moving forward, unless you decide to unsubscribe. Really quickly before we wrap up, this was a great show, 10 videos. I can't believe we got through that in this show, but
in one video.
Yeah, in one. Don't forget to incorporate music where possible, and appropriate music. Make sure you use royalty-free if you're going to be distributing it through social media and through email, because there's a lot of penalties there. B-roll of your staff. Use the faces of the people wherever possible in the video. Use your logo. And kind of a rule of thumb that we use with our clients is to bookend your videos with your logo. So have it start and have it end. That way people know exactly what they're looking at. But
and look, we're not the only ones telling you video, and did we say video? And as we talk about these productions, you don't need a professional crew to do a lot of these.
No.
Of course, there's some that you want a pro crew in.
For sure.
But anyway, just hopefully one of these or a few of these, whatever will work. They're working for our clients. And thank you very much for joining us today. And thank you for your 5 tips that were almost as good as mine, Cheryl.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see you next week, everybody.